Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodesh, much respect to Yakim and Agwafium, pushing the work of the Lord, true faith, sincerity, and more bodies and sacrifice, man. So today's edification and exhortation, we're basically going over how, ultimately you can't be alone in this truth, man. You can't be alone in this truth, because, at the end of the day, you have to understand that you're not the only one going through things in this walk of the Lord, man, this walk of faith. There's brothers who are going through the same thing, or sometimes even things worse than you, man. So you got to be blessed sometimes, because you have to understand that someone's always going through worse. You have to understand that we're all laboring in the same thing. We all go through the same things. We all go through the same hell. It may be different levels, but at the end of the day, we still go through hell, man. So if you have this mindset, oh, I can only do this by myself, it's going off, man. Because at the end of the day, you can't be a lone wolf, man. If you look at the most elite animals, elite class of animals, they always come together in packs, man. If you look at a lion, it's probably strong by itself, but with a pack, it's 10 times as strong. You see a wolf, a wolf, a lone wolf, if a wolf's by itself, it's gonna die, man. It's gonna die. But when there's a pack of wolves, it could take down a whole bear. A bear could take out one wolf, but when it comes to 7 to 15 wolves, hell no, the wolves are taking it down, man. So, like there's a saying, teamwork makes the dream work, man. Like there's no, I in team, man. And ultimately we have to be able to work together, man. In this thing, because at the end of the day, if you have that, it's just me spirit, have that, oh, only I'm gonna do this, or I can do this by myself spirit, ultimately gonna fall out the truth, man. And I have a testimony, man. This brother I knew, I used to, be very close with him, man, through the spirit, man. We used to, be like bros through the spirit, but then he fell out the truth, he fell out the truth because he thought that only he was going through all that hell, man, or that he could do it by himself, and when you think you can do it by himself, man, that means you're having wicked thoughts about brothers, man. Trying to compare yourself to brothers, all like that, man. Which is off, man. So if you got no help, man, how you gonna, like, it's like, man, you in a fight, how you gonna, if you don't have a dude, helping you by your side, you get jumped, what are you gonna do, man? So this is why you always gotta keep, people around you, man, just in case, man, especially when it comes through the word, man. Even if you look at it in the world, a gang, there's not a one-man gang, man. There's not a one-man gang. A gang is full of plenty of people, man. That's why that gang stays strong. And that spiritually, we have a gang, man. We have a, camp. We call it a camp. We don't say a gang like the world, but, it's basically a group, man, that we're in, man. And you're only as strong, you're only strong when you have people around you, man. When you have assets, man. But now, let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 9, starting at the 9th verse. And it reads, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor, man. So at the end of the day, man, 2 is better than 1, man. 2 is always going to be greater than 1, because they have good reward for their labor, man. In verse 10, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, man. But woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for when he have not another to help him up, man. So if ever so you fall, you mess up, man, you got another person there to help you up and lift you up, man. And especially in these times, man, we gotta have, respectable brothers around us, brothers that through the spirit that will ultimately help us, man, get back up when we slip, man. You might have, did something by accident, or you probably weren't aware. You probably didn't have knowledge of the situation that going. That's when you call up a brother to go help you, man. But if you're alone, how you gonna receive help, man? You know. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, man. So it says, woe unto him, destruction to him that is alone when he falleth, man. So those, you people you brothers who think that you could do it by yourself, the Lord said, woe unto you that are alone when you falleth, man. Because that's scary, man. You got no one there to help you. Say you fall into, a trap or something, you know. You see in movies, they'll call to someone to help them. But if you're by yourself, man, who's gonna help you, man? Who's gonna help you? There's gonna be destruction upon your own self because you chose to forsake help, man. You know, and you're ultimately gonna reap, that the error, man. Of not being with someone, man. Like seriously, you get into trouble, man. You know. You're supposed to have someone there to help you, man. You be like your sidekick, man. Not your sidekick, but always be, there to help you. If you notice every great figure, whether it be, sports, movies, comic books, they always have some sort of help. Even in basketball, you look at all the greats, they always had some form of help, man. There was no player who won the championship just by themselves, man. Or received a great stature just by themselves. You look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen. You look at superheroes. Batman had Robin. They always had some sort of person there to help them, man. Because at the end of the day, you can't do it by yourself, man. For he have not another to help him up. In verse 11, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone, man? So, if two lie together, then have heat, But how can one be warm alone, man? So facts. You can't be, you can't do it alone, man. In verse 12, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and the threefold cord is not quickly broken, man. So if someone tries to fight you, man, but you got another brother there, they ain't gonna mess with you because they gonna think twice, man, because they know that two is better than one, man. In verse 13, Salak, yeah, that was basically all, man. But basically, man, these are all examples, man, that you can't do it by yourself, man. You always need someone there besides you, man. Batman would have reached, his highest, level without having Robin, or, having, that help, because you can't do it by yourself, man. Any walk of life, man, you really can't do it by yourself, man. You always need some type of help. There's a saying that it takes a whole village to raise up a child, man. So you have to have certain people around you to ultimately help you, man. You can't just be doing it yourself, man. Who are you? Even Yahweh Shai didn't do it himself, man. Yahweh Shai himself, he didn't lead the disciples. He knew he couldn't do it by himself. He knew there was a job to do, man? So, if Yahweh Shai didn't do it by himself, why should we do it by ourselves? And because first, and remember that if two or more, go in the name of Yahweh Shai, then Yahweh Shai is in the midst of them, man. So at the end of the day, how can you be in the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shai by yourself? It makes no sense, man. Yeah, now let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 20. This book of Matthew chapter 18 and 20, and it reads, For where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them, man. So you gotta have people around you, man, to me serve, and be in the spirit of the Lord. It doesn't literally have to be physically. You could do a live, with a brother. You could be on a brother over the phone. You don't have to physically be around them, but you gotta have people around you. You can't do it by yourself, man. You know. So with that, Lord, when you edify, let's give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Bashim Rakako Dash, man. You can't do it by yourself. Shalom. Keep the faith about the ball.